my crafty friends, it's Crystal with Happy to Plan. I'm going to be sharing with you my completed New York travel journal. I have a couple videos already on my channel of how I prepared and prepped for this journal, and then just a couple different videos that I have. So if you're interested, I'll make sure I leave a link to the playlist right here. You do have to excuse my fingernails. I was in New York from the 15th through the 20th, and then from the 21st to probably about but definitely till about the 27th, I was sick. I'm still quite nasally and congested, but I'm feeling definitely a lot better. And I had a couple of days some time this weekend to just relax and craft, and I was able to finish up my journal, and I'm so excited to share it with you. So this will be a pretty chatty video, not really necessarily going to be talking specifically about the things I did in New York. It's really going to be more of how I created the journal and put it together. So, I mean, obviously you're going to know what I did because that's the whole point of a junk journal, but I want to try to make this more about like the creative crafty side of it than more like, okay, this is what I did in New York. I did do a haul video for all of the things that I bought in New York. So if you're interested in that, I'll go ahead and make sure I leave a link as well. And that way you can check that one out as well. So let's go ahead and dive in and just start sharing this journal with you. I'm so excited. Here we go. Okay, so first of all, like I said in my journal, in my couple videos, I'm using the Recollections. This is a Michael's Recollections Traveler's Notebook cover. So I just basically used the cover to kind of keep it secure, and as you can see, it's gotten really chunky and bulky, and it's got a lot of ribbons and stuff sticking out everywhere, and I'm really, really in love with it. So first of all, let's show you what I did here on the side. So this is it says I love New York, and on the other side it just has a photo of the skyline, or the New York skyline, and this is actually from Brighton, the company Brighton, and they make charms and stuff. I was able to pick this up for $1 because I returned something that I wasn't going to be able to use, and I got this, and it was only $1 more than my return. So I'm really glad that I got it. It's really, really cute, and I really love it. And then in New York, I picked up this little keychain thing, and I just realized that I did not include this in my haul video. So it's just a little booklet, and then you fold it out, and it has like information on New York and all the different things that you can do, and then it's got some information on the back. And I just thought this was cute to dangle on my book, because it's a little book about New York on my little book about New York. And then on the back it just says New York. And then I purchased a bunch, there's 3 patches that I purchased from the Old Navy in New York, and I went ahead and placed this one on here. Basically what I did was I took some of my what is it? E300? What is it called? Yeah, E6000 glue, and I just had a little piece of felt, and I just glued it on both ends. That way it's still movable into the thread, and I'm really think that's very cute. It just adds a little touch, and I love the little little stem, matches the brown. So then when you open it, I've got pockets on this side over here, and I just put the little journal cards, a couple of journal cards. This was the front cover. I did do a complete video on how I completed this front cover. It's going to be kind of awkward. Let me put this little clip under the back of it. I don't know if that's going to help. It's going to be a little awkward because it's so poofy. But anyway, so there's the front cover, and I did do a process video on how I created this. And when you opened it up, I just put my to-do list, and I had a bunch of to-do list stuff in here in this pocket. A little journal card. And then I went ahead and, so the first page just has a photo of my family, It was a girls' trip. My sister, my mom, and my niece went. So I just stuck this photo on the front there. I put a table of contents on the front because I did not do it in chronological order. I basically did it based on like subjects versus doing it like day 1, day 2, day 3. I did it more chronological or story based, and so then I just put a little table of contents on the front. And then on this vellum piece, I just stuck a little sticker that says memories. And then this little pocket here. And I did a complete flip through of the journal beforehand, so I'm just going to kind of go through some of the things that I've added since that video. So if you're interested in actually like seeing the completed journal that doesn't have all of the bits and pieces in it, you can go ahead and check that video out. All right, and then I added this, what I bought, and what I did for that one was for each day, I took one of these little receipt things that I found at, I found these at the Dollar Tree, and I just wrote down what my expenses were for each day, and just to keep a log of what I spent. And then, so then I just kind of wrote some of the things that I bought at the trip, on the trip. And then this was on that Brighton keychain thing. They put the receipt in this little pocket, so I just glued down the receipt, and then I kept the receipt. And this is a pre-trip shopping, so this is kind of like pre-trip what I did. And this was a little I found a really cute purse at Ross, so I just kept the tag just because I thought the tag was cute, and I like having that hang out the side. And then I kept the receipt for the Brighton return. And then this is just a receipt for some of the things that I purchased before I left, like my Canon printer and the ink cartridge, and what else is on there? Oh yeah, I bought a couple t-shirts and stuff like that. So I just made a little list of the things that I bought. I journaled. So on this page, I took some of the cards from the restaurants that we went to. So this is the food that I ate in New York. So I just kind of did like a food to remember tag, and then I just washi taped the cards in here. And then I put a picture of the pizza that I ate at this place because it was so yummy. I literally, like, this was the before and the after. I ate every single piece of it. And then this was the first day. So I took the peanut bag from the flight, and I made it a little pocket to put some journaling in. And then I just did some collaging of pictures here and did some journaling. Just stuck this little envelope here. This was one of those tags. I covered up my name. This was one of those little tags you can pick up at for your luggage and stuff. So I just thought that was cute. Can I tag along? That's kind of cute. And then some additional journaling. And so this kind of just all tucks back into this pocket. I think I showed this part in the video where I put the sticker down and put a little geotag of where that place was. This was the pen that I purchased at New York, and it has this cute little chain, so it just kind of dangles out there. And in this pocket, I put I went to this really cool stationery store, and I just put the business card on here, and then I kept the receipt. And they also had these really yummy chocolate covered strawberries, and obviously I didn't have these anymore because I ate them, so I just kept the packaging because I thought that was cute. And I just journaled. And then this is the Grand Central Station. So what I basically did here was I just took the brochure. I had to trim it down just a little bit, but not a whole lot, to make it fit in this little pocket or this little space. And I literally just glued this page down so that it would still fold out and you could still see everything. And I think on the back page, it was just like advertising. So, and then this was part of the book that I purchased. It was a New York, like, guidebook thing. And I actually destroyed it, basically, because I tore all the pages out. And then I just, so I didn't have the book anymore. I took the book, and I just put the different things that we did. So I taped underneath this was just a bunch of advertising. So I just taped over it. And then I took a couple pictures and put those down. And I did some journaling. And in this pocket, I had the Times Square, because our hotel was really close to Times Square. So I took the little thing with Times Square information in that book from Times Square. Here I took a little ribbon off of, I actually bought a shirt at Forever 21, and it has those little ribbons to keep it on your hanger. And it said Forever 21 on it. I was like, oh, I'm gonna cut that off and use it as a ribbon, because my niece went to Forever 21. I think we were there for 5 days. I think she went there for 4 days out of the 5 because it was right around the corner from our apartment. I mean, from the hotel. So I just thought that was cute to kind of keep just to remember that she really liked the Forever 21 there. And then Times Square, so that's that. And then I just did a little journaling. We went to the View, and I decoupaged this napkin on here and put a couple pictures. This is where we stayed, and this is the Forever 21. And I used some washi tape that just said memory. So yeah, really cute. And then I also kept, it's a very tight fit. Then I had this little card here, and I just punched out the date of what this was. And then I kept the hotel key as well. So I have the hotel key, not that it'll work anymore, but, and then let's see. So that's that. And then for my sister's birthday, which is the 18th, I put a picture of my sister here, and I have a little, paper clip of a camera because she loves taking pictures. I did do a little flip out here, so I have additional pictures here. And then this is, I decoupaged this little piece of tissue paper onto the back of this because we went to the Tavern on the Green, and this was paper that they used to wrap some presents that we got at the gift store. So I just decoupaged it on there just to remember that. And then I put the camera piece, and I kind of like made it look like, I wanted it to look like a camera, and the pictures were falling out of the camera. I don't know if I did that, but that's what I wanted. That's what I was going for. And then I did a lot of journaling, and then we went to Macy's, and then we went to the Sugar Factory. So I just glued this in. It's actually a little bit of a tuck spot, so I could put something back there, but I didn't have anything I needed to put back there. We took a couple pictures. There was this really cool, there's a cool drink thing that they have ice at the bottom, and they pour it and it smokes. So, and then I used a little bag for just additional journaling. So it basically all I did was glue, or I put a piece of tape here and a piece of tape here, and then I just stuck it on there. And then I just used this little piece that says memory, or memorable. It was a little piece of paper that I used. Oh, actually, I think this was, I should mention this. This was one of the pieces of paper that was actually in the book. It was one of the vellum pieces that was in the book. And I did end up ripping it out because it was too much bulk. It was funny because my mom was like, when she was flipping through it at the very beginning of the trip in the plane, and she was like, you're not going to be able to fill this book up. This is there's way too many pages in here. We're only going to be there for 5 days. And I'm like, oh no, it's going to be filled. And I'm like, I was literally trying to find space for stuff. There was one day that I couldn't find space for almost. I ended up working out, but I did fill this thing to the max. But that piece of paper didn't really have any function. It was just taking up space, so I just ripped it out. And then I used it in various places in the book. There was the Macy's thing. We went to Macy's, and I had a pretzel from one of the vendors. So I just took a picture of myself eating the pretzel, and then I had the Macy's in the background. I took a little tag here, and I just put best ever because we went to Mood Fabrics, and I got a couple pieces of trim there. And so I'll show you. So then we signed up for the rewards program. Not that I'm ever going to go back to that place ever again, but I signed up for the rewards just so I could have the little tag thing to put on my journal. And then what I did was I took some of the customer suggestion forms that they had there when you were walking out kind of in the lobby area. They had this little suggestion form. So I just pulled a couple off the paper. Oops. I kind of stole it from them, but that's all right. I'm sure they don't care. And then what I did was I just used it to put my pictures on. So there's a couple of pictures of me sitting in front of Mood. And if you don't know what Mood is from Project One Way. It's like the fabric store that they use at Project One Way. Not recently, but more like earlier on in the shows. So me and my mom have always loved Project One Way. So it was a huge thing for us to go there. We had so much fun. And then we met Swatch, was the doggy. So we took a picture of the doggy, and he was so sweet. And he just was like, he was like rolled over, and he was like letting us pet him, and he was like groaning, and oh my God, he was so sweet. And then the cool zippers, and then my sister took so many cool pictures that it was hard for me to even pick what pictures I wanted to have on here. So I might print more, and I have this little pocket here, so I could stick more pictures in here. But I wanted to keep the, they're all falling out. I wanted to keep the little fabric, little swatches of the fabric that I bought. So that's why I cut the little swatches, and then I stuck them in this little like pocket. This was part of the vellum piece that I was telling you about. So I just took the vellum and I just made it a little pocket. And then I kept the receipt of all the stuff that I bought, because I bought some trim and stuff there. So yeah, I thought that was cute. So I don't know if I explained that to you, but then, so this was like a little book, and then it just has the 2 pages of the journaling. 2 pages of pictures, and then 2 pages of journaling on the back of everything that we did on that day. And I think I also, and just so you know, I stamped a bunch of stamped pages, so that I used the stamps. I just stuck the sticker on the top of these pages. I love how these pages look in the journal, the coloring books that I got from Dollar Tree. Again, that's all in one of the videos I show you. And then I had the Statue of Liberty, so I put the Statue of Liberty on here. This was one of those book pages. I do have this little travel wish list thing that I never ultimately ended up filling out, but I might, I don't know. But I'll just like stuck it, because it's a little pocket. I made a little pocket. And I had this little ticket that actually said 16 on it, and I was like, oh, it was on the 16th. So I went ahead and put that on there because it was on the 16th that we went. And then I took some photos. We went to Staten Island Ferry. So we went to Staten Island. I saw the Statue of Liberty. So this page I'm really happy with. I'm really happy with this page. So basically what this is, it's, there's a little dual, so there's a little spot here with all the journaling from the 16th. And then, there's an additional one. I just put all the places to go, and I just put the dates that we went to the different places that we went. And then, it's kind of hard to get this back in here because I put this Statue of Liberty thing on here, and it kind of like sticks up. And then the other thing that I did was I took this little wheel here, and I put a bunch of different pictures. I don't know if that's showing up, but I put a bunch of different pictures of everything that we did. And I just put a bracket right here, and I just bracketed it to this piece of paper. And, cause this piece of paper is just sewn on right here. And so I just bracketed it to it. Bracketed it? I'm sure that's a word. Yeah, that's a word. And, I took every little pictures and all these little tiny little pictures, and yeah, this was a pain in the butt to do, but I'm really glad I did it because I think it looks really cute. So I'm really happy with it. So I don't know if I showed you, but when, what I did was I put the dates, I use little date stickers for the, page numbers, because when I did the table of contents, I wanted to make sure that there was a page number associated with all of the different pages. Of course, when I got to 31, I had to start using the double date stickers to make 32, but that's okay. Okay, so then we went to the Met on the 16th, so that was the Saturday. And basically what I did was I made a little tuck spot pocket here. And in the pocket, I kept the receipt for the purchase of the tickets. And then I took the Met is huge. It's like the huge place. So obviously we weren't able to see every single thing that we want, you know, that you can't go through the whole Met in one day. Like, I don't think that's even possible. So what I did was I took the little brochure that had all the different exhibits in it, and I just tore out the ones that we saw. So the nice thing about it, the Heavenly Bodies, we saw this one, and then we also went and saw this one. So it was nice because it was right on the back. I'm like, oh, that's convenient. And then I just washi taped it together, and then we did the rooftop. We went to the rooftop, and but then on the back here, we didn't go see what was on the back of this page, so that was gonna bug me. So I took the page that came from that book, and I just glued it to the back of this, so that it talks about the Met itself, and then it has all the 3 exhibits that we went and saw. We did also see the statue exhibit, but that wasn't like a special exhibit. That was just, these are only like the special like exhibits that they have. And then what I did was I made it a pocket because I wanted to definitely use the brochure, and the brochure came like this. So that's how the brochure came. But it was a little bit too wide and I couldn't really cut it. So I was like trying to figure out how I could get it to work in the book. So what I did was I just folded it once here, and I folded it again here, and then I folded it on the regular fold because I really wanted it to say the Met on this part. And then I love that when you flip it over, it says hello. I just think that's really cool. And then so basically what I did was I took, this is literally the whole entire thing. The whole book is in here. So basically what I did was I just took this flap right here, this piece, and I just stuck glue, tape here, and a tape here, and a tape here, and so that's what makes it the pocket. I don't know if that makes sense. So I put tape here, and tape here, and it took that and it glued it down, and then I'm able to have the whole entire really long, very long book in here, and it folds right up, and then I just stick this little paper clip on it, and I put this ticket, I did glue the ticket down, but it looks like it's paper clipped. It's paper clipping the ticket. This is another patch that I used because there was when we were driving up to the Met, there was a row of taxis for people to get in and out of the Met. So I just thought that was cute to like have the taxi one here, because I remember seeing a bunch of taxis when we got there. And then this was a little bag. I went to the gift store, and they obviously gave us a little bag because I went to the gift store and bought a little magnet. And so I went ahead and just cut the bag. Can't remember exactly how this worked. I guess I just cut the bag, and for some reason the Met was, I don't know, it worked out perfectly. However, the bag was, it was a little bit longer bag, and I just cut it, and then I just glued it on here. And then I just took this piece of paper and put the pictures, and then this was a little ticket stub thing for the you put this on your shirt, and then they let you in and out. And then I put a little thing that just says the Met, and then this was my picture of me in the rooftop, and then I did a bunch of journaling, and then this slides right in there. And then I did add this little, I bought this Tim Holtz little charm thing, and I just added that to it too. And then I added this little thing that says favorite place, because I really loved the Met. It was really cool. I wish wish we had planned the whole day to spend at the Met, literally. Okay. I wanted to document the fact that we took the subway. So I had this piece of paper that has a bunch of this map on it that really didn't have anything to do with, it was like, it's, you know, of Europe. Obviously it was the other side of this map back here that I did the New York thing. So it was the other side of this. But so I just covered it up with these little ephemera cutout parts and stuff. And I thought that was cute. This is Subway. And then we took our Metro cards, and I just added the Metro cards to this little pocket. And it was kept falling out, so I just decided to glue it in there. So it is glued in there. And this is a tuck spot too. I could tuck stuff under in both of these, but I don't really have anything to tuck in there. So, and then what I did was I bought a bunch of old-fashioned vintage postcards, and specifically I bought it because I really loved this postcard, and it's because it's the New York Transit System, and I just thought this was really cool. And I'm sure the transit system is completely different because this was a long time ago. This was like I can't see the date on it. There's a date, but I can't read it because I'm old and my eyes still work. So anyway, what I did was I took them. I bought a magnet. I bought the one that's the Times Square magnet, and on the back it was advertising all the other different magnets that they had. So I just took the pieces and I just cut them out. And then I just, because these were all the stations that we went to, and I just journaled about each station that we went to on the back of this card. So I thought that was a really cute idea. I was really impressed with myself. And then I just added this little stamp thing that this was like a vintage stamp that I got at Penner's conference. When I went to Penner's, they had like I did a full haul video of all the stuff I bought at Penner's, but this was like a little stamp, and I thought the postcard thing and the stamp and the first class, I thought that was cute. So, and then this just gets paper clipped onto this, and then on the back you can see it a little bit, so you can see that there's something there. This is that paper, the calligraphy paper from Daiso Japan. So I didn't really want to write on it, but I really like the fact that you can see in the back of it. And then I just stuck this little thing in the corner. And then I really wanted, this page right here is really thick because of what's on the back of this. So I didn't really want to add a lot of bulk to this page, and I really wanted to document this particular picture because me and my mom went on the subway by ourselves for the first time, and my mom was a little bit nervous to do it by herself or with me because I didn't know New York at all. Like, this was literally the first time I've ever been there, and so she was just we were a little bit nervous to do it ourselves, but we did it, and we got it done, and we got to where we were supposed to go. But I just thought this quote was really cute, and I just cut it up. Actually, it was was one of the journal cards from the pack that I had bought, but I really hated the backing of it. It was like this really ugly map, green ugly map, and but I really loved the sentiment that this said. It says, "It's not the destination that counts, it's the journey." And I just thought that was appropriate for this picture, and I just wanted to document this picture because it was really, really important that we got on the right train, and we're both like, okay, we're on the right train. And so I took a picture when we just figured it out. And then also here on this little clip that I had put in here at the beginning, I took one of the little subway tags, these little things that are here, and the ones that we didn't use, and I just took the subway part and I just stuck it on there. So I thought that was cute. And on the back of here, this is the 9/11 museum. So I actually went to the 9/11 museum by myself. My sister, my mom, and my niece did not want to go. My sister and my niece had already gone, so they didn't want to go again. So what I basically did, this one was a little bit trickier because it was not going to fit in this piece of paper because it was really super long and it was really bulky. So what I did was I kind of cut it up. So I cut the top part. Let's see if you can see that. I cut this main part off, and I just literally glued this little piece right here down. As you can see, the little fold right here and the fold right here. So this piece is glued down. And then I stuck on top of here, I stuck the World Trade Center information from the book that I've been using this whole entire time. I stuck that on top because it had some like advertising of like the restaurant and stuff. And so I just went ahead and stuck that on the front, on the top here. And then this had some like weird picture of some dude, so I just put I put a sticker label to cover up the guy's picture because he was like cut off halfway because I cut him weird. So I didn't like that, so I just covered it up. And then the rest of it, I was able to kind of get it all on this one page. So it folds out. You can see it. You can't really see it because it's not framed, but it folds out. And then so this part and this part are part of the exhibit as well, of course. And on this page, again, it had some like writing about something that I didn't really need. So what I did was I just matted it with a piece of cardstock and just put some of the photos that were on the exhibit. And actually, now that I think about it, I wanted to take a little tag and write down what each of the photos was. So I'm still going to do that. And then I really liked this part. It just basically had all the information of what exactly the memorial was. So I just washi taped it together because this piece was this piece was actually connected to this over here, I think, or something. This piece was like connected to over here where I cut off, and I still wanted to keep that piece. So yeah, and so that just kind of folds back in on itself, and then and then when I put this piece on, I just took this and I taped it again around the edges And then it became a pocket. And so I've got some journaling specifically about the information from the 9/11 museum, and it was really emotional, and I talked about just different stuff that I did there, and I lost my paper clip. And then I just paper clipped this together because it kind of floats open if I don't know why it's giving me so much trouble. Why paper clip together? Okay, and then I did journaling, and then this was another one of the patches that I bought, and I just made it a paper clip. So I just took my E6000 glue and glued it right here, and I stuck this little piece of felt, and so this just sits on this little, I just put it as a little decoration piece for this piece of paper, like a little coloring book page. And then this one, I just did some of my favorite places. So I went to Times Square, the Met, Mood, 9/11, and the Grand Central Station. So, and then this is just one of the vintage cards, postcards that I bought. I just thought that one was really cool. I also bought this little, my sister got me this little pencil. So I just put it on a little binder clip, elastic ring thing, and stuck that on there. And then on the back of here, I've got some personal journaling that, just about the trip and stuff. And so I just have this little flap here, and I just wrote some personal stuff on there. And then there's another sticker at the bottom, and another page. And then back here, I just said packed up and ready to go home. And I used one of the, this is a little vellum piece that I took out, had the word home on it. So, and then on here, I just journaled about the trip home. I thought that was really cute. And I used the plain cookies package. And then this was my ticket home, obviously. And then on the back page, I have some favorite moments. So I've got some pictures. And these were kind of like pictures I didn't really have like a specific space for. But also, they happen to also be some of my favorite moments. So I was like, oh, that's perfect. I will go ahead and put them right here. So going to church with my mom. We went to dinner with my stepsister, who lives in New York, and we had a little pajama party day, and then we did mood shopping, and just the fact that I went to New York was a favorite moment. So I just made a little pocket here, a little tuck spot pocket, put the first picture and then the other two pictures, and then this is just a little pocket that covers that up. And then the back, of course, and then I put the little mood reward card in the back pocket here, and that is done. I went through everything. And then you just close it back up. Yay! And that is done. I am so in love with it. I think it turned out really, really cute. And I'm really excited. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again real soon. Bye!